She did explain the situation to me.
Okay, so I just need some answers. Like, why am I being billed for water that I never used that your employee actually used? And they're that's it's not okay to send me bills for sewage usage and cut locks when there was never no log that I never cut, and the water that he actually cut, he actually vandalized my property and lied to the police and said I chased him, Michael, in my car, which never happened because it's on video, and I have several witnesses that were outside, the neighbors, everyone's seen it, and they even wrote notarized statements on it. That I never got, and I was charged a felony aggravated assault with a deadly weapon charge against him because he lied and said that I hit him with my car. I never got in my car. All I did was tell him to get off my property because he came 3 days in a row and was vandalizing my property. That's been going on for over a year from y'all's company, vandalizing my property.
Okay, so I understand the situation, but according to our records, you never passed inspection. So
okay.
When we go out to read meters, we noticed that your meter was moving water. So that indicates that you never called in for a sewer inspection. That's why you put those cut locks on your account. So once we go out there,
that's the thing. There was only one lock, and he removed it after I paid my bill the first time. I guess he was.
You shouldn't have never received the bill because you never passed inspection.
Okay, but that's not my fault. Y'all sent me the bill. But so let me explain.
I'm gonna explain how our system works. Okay.
Okay.
Just give me 1 second.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll let you explain. So let me explain how our system works.
Okay, go ahead.
Once we put the water and sewer tap onto the property, the customer is responsible to connect their house to our connections, call
Right.
in a sewer inspection for you to pass.
Right.
Once you pass, then you'll start getting your monthly bill. In your case, that did not happen. You cut the lock.
But
and
what?
we sent our technician out there to verify, and he did verify that the lock was missing. So that's why he went ahead and put another lock.
But
and then again, you cut the lock again.
no. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all is that he's lying, that there was never no lock to begin with. And I told y'all that from the beginning. And I also told y'all that there was something wrong with the water meter.
The meters come with locks, sir.
No, because there's not. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. And I brought that to y'all's attention from the beginning, that there was no lock. So can I?
Meters are manufactured and they come with the lock.
No. I have pictures of it. I have pictures since day one and videos. There was no logs. Since day one I recorded it. So, I mean, that's another lie. So, but, I mean, anyway, so the water meter was messed up. The only water I ever even did use was on a water hose, and I filled up about 3 5-gallon buckets of water, and it was saying...
You weren't supposed to use that water because you never passed inspection.
Okay, well, I didn't know that. No one told me that. So, but it was...
It was told to you, and it was told to you in an email whenever you agreed to our terms for you to have water and sewer with us.
Okay, can I let you talk? So can
that we sent to you, letting you know how much it will be. It does indicate on there that you need to pass a water and sewer inspection in order for you to have the services available to you.
Okay,
so you were aware of the situation.
No, I wasn't. But let me finish? Let me finish talking since I let you talk. So, and with Isidro, I hired him and I paid him. He said that I could do it myself, and that all I have to do is run it just a line from there to there. That I could even. He's the one that even told me I can just hook up the water.
Correct. You can. The customer can go and connect their house to our connections, but you need to call our office to pass a water and sewer inspection in order for our technician to go out and pass you.
Okay, so but.
Don't pass automatically yourself.
Okay, that's understandable. I get that. That's understandable, but I was unaware at the time, but that's understandable. But here's the thing. I never used the water. I only used like 3 5-gallon buckets of water. And I'm being...
You used the water. You just stated that you just used the water.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You won't let me finish. They're saying I used 4,000 gallons of water, which is not accurate. That's not true. He did that. Michael did that. He broke the water meter.
I don't have here that you use 5,000 gallons. I have here
I said 4.
5,000 gallons, but you have basically cut lock fees because you were cutting the locks.
No, I never cut the locks.
That's why the last time that my technician went out, he was removing the meter. He wasn't vandalizing the property.
He was there 3 days in a row, and he actually, I have it on video, and I have witnesses. So I mean, I know
That's
you.
completely fine if you have it on video, but I'm just letting you aware that unfortunately this bill will stand, and you will need to pay for it in order for you to have the water and sewer services available.
Okay, well, I'm moving anyway since I was wrongfully put in jail. Since he lied and put false charges. Since it's called perjury, and I will be suing them, on that, and he will be charged with that as well. But I'm moving since once I was in jail for 30 days, they foreclosed on my property. So the water meter, nothing was ever hooked up. So I want my money back for this.
You won't get your money back.
Yes, I will, because I'm going to sue
No,
y'all.
you won't.
I'm going to file a lawsuit on y'all. So and y'all are going to pay for the damages as well. So
There's no damages made. You actually made damages to our property, which is the lock and the meter.
he trespassed on my property as well, and I have that on camera as well. He went way beyond.
We have pictures of you holding a hammer and a machete with your hands.
Yeah,
So
on my
if you
property.
If you are wanting to go that route, then we could use that.
On my property, and I told him to get the fuck off my property, and that's all I did. That's all I told him was get off my property.
We have property. When it comes to the properties out there, we have an easement, and that
Yeah.
easement is where the meter is at. And
It's
that's where he was at.
within 15 feet, not 100 feet on my property.
He was not at 100 feet into
Yes, he
your
was.
property. In
'Cause
the
he-
pictures
he's-
that we have that he does
No.
not. He is standing outside on the property line where our
No.
easement is at.
Y'all are liars. He slashed my tires too, and I have proof of that as well. There was
Our
witnesses.
technician wouldn't do that, sir.
Yes, he did, and even everyone in the neighborhood even says.
If you have the water and sewer on this property, you would need to pay for the bill. That's the only way that we'll be.
Well,
able to-
I'm not going to pay y'all anything. Y'all are going to have to pay me, and I'm never going to pay y'all anything else. You're going to have to pay me back everything that I paid for y'all for fraud. Y'all committed fraud and you committed theft. That's corruption. So and y'all lied to the police. He lied and he said he said I ran him over with my car, which never happened. And I was charged a criminal charge of felony aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That never happened. So, I mean, he's the one that's a liar. Even everyone in the neighborhood, even all the other construction workers have said that he's an asshole and that he does the same thing to them. So, it's y'all. Y'all are the ones who are in fault, not me. So I'm just trying to make a life here. I'm trying to make a living. I was called a joto and a maricon by your workers, by Isidro. I even paid Isidro to hook the water up. And instead, he takes my money and run. And then, they never even finished putting in my septic, and then they destroyed my whole
You don't have a
land.
septic. That's how we
I mean-
provide the water and sewer.
Sewage, whatever, you know what I mean. So the sewage, they never finished installing it. They half-assed did it. They destroyed the whole front of my property after I had already paid to have it leveled, and fixed my land. And they did it several times. And then when I kindly asked them not to do it anymore, they did it on purpose, laughing, calling me a maricon and a joto, him and his little crew, and I have witnesses on that as well, who are willing to write statements, notarized, whatever statements, and on that as well. And I have pictures, and I've sent them to y'all through email as well of all the damages that y'all did to my property that I've had to pay thousands and thousands of dollars to repair. So I mean, it's y'all are the one that's in fault, not me. I might have made a mistake by not getting it inspected before I filled up 5-gallon buckets of water that y'all said. It said every time 5 gallons, it said 500 gallons was used. So the water meter's not working properly anyways. But then he cut the water.
Meters, sir. I'm sorry. I understand your frustration, but unfortunately, those meters are brand new. They come with when we get them in the box, they have a lock on them.
No.
So once they get placed on there, they get placed on there with the lock.
Well, Isidro and them were the ones who put it in, and he's the one that I hired to put it in, and I guess he took the lock off. I mean, you need to talk to them about that, because I'm not going to make that up. I have no reason to lie. If there was a lock, there's a lock. I have no reason to go cut no damn lock. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to do everything. I'm a very righteous person. I'm not trying to do any crooked stuff at all whatsoever. But I have been harassed. I have been threatened. I have been the destruction of my property, trespassing for over a year. And I have wasted over $40,000 to $50,000 on this land since I purchased. I was scammed into buying this land from Colony Ridge. And the whole thing, not just from y'all, but from Colony Ridge and Terrenos, Houston, and everything, the whole thing was a lie. and I've been lied to. There's actually a lot of class action lawsuits and individual civil lawsuits against them and y'all's company as well in Colony Ridge.
We have nothing to do with Liberty County. We're a private-owned company. We are just the water and sewer for Santa Fe.
Yeah, but y'all are hired by Colony Ridge, so y'all work under them. Y'all are contracted by them.
No, we're privately owned, sir.
Right, but y'all are hired.
We don't work in conjunction with them, basically.
Well, that's not what the website says. It says that y'all are hired by Trey Harris, who is the owner of Colony Ridge.
We're privately owned, sir.
So y'all just go into private properties and just put in water?
No.
But see, the thing was, to begin with, anyways, I was supposed to have a water well, on my property. That was the agreement. And then they told me afterwards that, oh, no, you can't do anything till you put in the water, public water, whatever.
We don't do any water wells in that subdivision. Everything is the water and sewer tap. We provide the water with our water wells.
Right. So here's the thing, though. My family were founders of this area for over 200 years, and we grew up on water wells, and that was my plan, was to have a water well on my property. It hasn't personally through my own family that does water well service. So I was told that I was not allowed to have my permits or my electricity or nothing until I installed y'all's public water, which is extortion, actually, in a type of way, in a sense. And that I cannot move forward with my building or my home or nothing until I pay y'all to put in water that I can never even use. So it's a lot of problems. There's a lot of major problems, and that's why their companies are being sued, because there's people out here living in tents with no water. There's people living with no electricity. There's people that are not allowed to get their mail, all because of y'all. And then now your employees are lying and stealing and destroying people's property on purpose, knowingly and intentionally, and it's just like, when is it going to stop? When is this going to stop? It's got to stop, because y'all are destroying thousands of people's lives, not just mine, but a lot of people, and I'm just being serious. I'm talking to you like a grown adult. We're like a person from person to person, like, this is wrong. Everything, I should have never been arrested, and I should have never been charged because he lied on me and told the police that I hit him with my car, which I never even got in my car, ever, never, so, and it's in the report, so, and it's all going to come to light. It's all going, it's going to trial, it's all going to come out. The truth is going to come out. He should have, for 3 days in a row. Why is he 3 days in a row on my property, tearing up my property 3 days in a row? So, I mean, come on. He's just looking for problems. Like that, you're just trying to start some mess. And he got what he wanted. And it's not fair to me. Now my life has been destroyed because now they foreclosed on my property while I was in jail. It seems like it was a scheme, like it was all set up, because I had already filed many complaints. I had already filed a lawsuit and hired an attorneys and filed to the attorney generals and everything about all the problems. And then they came and retaliated against me. And that's exactly what happened, and now here I am, the one suffering, because of it, and going and losing everything and my life destroyed because of it. So, I'm just bringing this to your attention because I just noticed that there's a bill for $109 for sewage usage and cut locks and water usage that I never even used. So, if y'all want to keep the bill at that, go ahead, but, I'm not going to pay it. So, I mean, I'm going to dispute it. I'm going to appeal it. So it is what it is. But, so anyways, I just wanted to, make contact with y'all and let y'all know that that's what's been going on out here. And in my opinion, there need to be some changes, some major changes and some improvements that need to be made to improve everyone's lives out here, because y'all are destroying everyone's lives. Not just y'all, but Colony Ridge and Terrenos, Houston, and El Norte and all of them. So it's not fair. That's why there's class action lawsuits. There's a website called www.terrenoshoustondemanda.com. You can look it up. It's a class action of thousands and thousands of people that live out here that are suing the entire company.
Anything else I can help you with?
That's it. Since you don't seem to care anyway. So all right, have a good day.
You too.
See what I mean?